Hi, welcome back to the Paper Turtle. I have a pretty good size estate sale and thrift store haul for you today. And I'm like really excited about it because some of this stuff I haven't even looked at. So I'm anxious to get into it and see what's in some of these little bags and just go through this stuff. If you are new to junk journaling, watch these haul videos, mine and other people's, and you will see that you do not need to invest a lot of money into this hobby to find things that work really well in your junk journals. After all, it's a junk journal. It's not meant to have brand new high dollar stuff in it. Those journals are very beautiful and they're fine and they're really pretty, but they don't have to be like that. Get creative and see what you can find out there in the thrift stores. So this is a couple of trips to different thrift stores worth of stuff. And I've blown my monthly budget already because of all of this stuff. I have a very low monthly budget and I don't spend a lot of money on it, but I've gotten very lucky lately. So I'm just going to start with what's right here to get it off of my desk to give me some room. And let's see. I have some ribbon. This is probably like from the 80s, I would say. And it's got a watering can and the beehive. And I'm sure we've all seen this style garden type of thing before. And the reason that I bought this, if you've been watching my videos, I just did a birds and the bees tag and journal card swap. So I'm going to take a piece of this and just throw it in along with the swap stuff that I've already made, just because it has a beehive on it. I thought it was cute. And these three things, I paid 10 cents each for them. This is some ribbon that is, I don't know how old this is, but it looks kind of 70s style vintage. Just stand up so I can see if you can see this. And it's got little blue flowers on it. It's really cute. I like that. I'm going to be doing a blue colored journal soon, and I've kind of been keeping my eye out for blue stuff. And this is a daisy green background with the daisies on it. I like that. Thought that that was really pretty. So those were 10 cents each. And I got this is a crocheted piece with a ribbon running through it. I'm not really sure like what it's supposed to be. It's pretty long, but I thought that I could cut that up and use that for something with or without the ribbon running through it. It's very nice. I paid 50 cents for it. And this bag was $2, and I'm not sure what's in it. I figured for $2. Well, that's got a bee monogram on it. And let's see if I can show you these. That one's real pretty. I don't know what that kind of embroidery is called. But it's some kind of tatting. Is that tatting? I don't know. But that's pretty. And there's another one of those. I think. Maybe not completed. I don't know. And then there's this one that's cute. Well, this one's pretty. This is a nice linen. Oh, a pink one. There's no embroidery or anything on it, but I like that linen fabric. Could definitely do something with that. This has some embroidery on the corner. These are really nice. So I paid $2 for all this. Oh, this is cute. Can you see that? It's like a basket of flowers or an urn of flowers, and it's on all four corners. Oh, and there's some initials. Looks like M, or maybe it says Mel. I think maybe that says Mel. I'm not sure. That's okay. Oh, look at how pretty this one is. This is blue. See if I can get that corner up. Look at how dainty. Look at how dainty that corner is. That's really pretty. I like that one. Oh, look at this one. That's gorgeous. This was $2 for this whole bag. This one's got a little stain on it, but that's okay because I'm going to use the edges of it. That's really pretty. This one is a little flower basket. And a light pink with some really nice edging. That's very pretty. So that was well worth the $2, I believe. That was a good find. At the same thrift store, I got this for 50 cents. It says Battenberg lace on it. I'm not really sure exactly what Battenberg lace is supposed to be, but I thought this was pretty. It needs to be ironed, I think. But it's really pretty. It's cut off of something. There's no corner piece, but that's okay. I like it for 50 cents. And okay, so this one I got at an estate sale, and I'm not sure what all was in here. They had a bigger box full of like sewing notions and stuff, and I didn't really want much of the stuff that was in the box except for a couple of things. So I asked her if I could just they were trying to sell the whole box for $5. And I asked her if I could just take a couple of things out of it and what would she charge me. So I had a few things. I had this bag, and this bag from that box. And then I had some paper products from another box of stuff. And she charged me $3 for all of it. So I think that these itself were worth the $3. Look at this. I think that this is going to go to my mother because she collects buttons, and this is an older card that is intact. It's all there. So I think my mother's going to get that one. And those buttons, oh, those have like little flower stars or something in the middle of them. Those are cute. Those are really cute. That's a different color. And these little glass buttons. Some of these aren't old. Like these aren't old. There might be, I don't see a date on them. They might be older because there is no barcode on it, but you know, they're not like super, super old. These are just some little pearl buttons. So that was part of my $3 batch. And the other things that were in that batch were this little bag here. I don't need the elastic, but I thought that this trim was real pretty. It's got red roses on it. I hope the coloring in here, the lighting in here is okay. Usually I'm filming a little bit later in the day when the sun is coming in the window more. And it seems to be a little bit, even though it's not cloudy or anything, but the sun is in a different position, so it's not coming as much in the window. So I hope it's not too dark. This was this and this and this I got at the same estate or thrift store as that Battenberg lace and that bag of little handkerchiefs. So I'm going to open those in a minute. This one was with the estate sale with the stuff I just showed you. A little green lace. So I threw all that stuff together, and she gave me a pretty good price on it for what it was. I do that sometimes at the estate sales because, you know, it's like, okay, do you want to sell this stuff or don't you? The ribbon originally she told me was $1 a roll, and I'm like, well, I'm not paying $1 for these. And I went to put them back, and she said, well, let me check. So she went and checked with the lady and came back and said, no, they're 10 cents a roll. I was like, well, that's a big difference. I'll take them then. Thought that was kind of funny. So I don't know what's in here. This was a bag of 50 cents stuff at the thrift store. A couple of plastic thimbles. And this lace. Oh, that's very pretty. I don't know if I'm in frame here. That's very pretty. There's quite a bit of that. And 2 pieces of this pretty pink lace. Well, it looks like it has like flowers and almost looks like a spool of thread on it, doesn't it? That's pretty. I have a lot of that. That might be going in some... Oh, look at what happened. It ran or something. There's pink on there. To wash that and see if that'll come out. But these will be going in some swaps, or maybe I'll put some up on my Etsy store. Got some things in my Etsy shop that are getting ready to come down. They have not sold, and they're little junk journal supply kits. I had 3 of them up there. I did sell 1, but the other 2 aren't selling. So when the listing is up, I'm going to take them down and redo them, revamp them a little bit, and see if I can still sell some of the stuff that's in the kits. Maybe I'll put some of it just back into my my own stash. All right, this one I'm cutting open because this is just one of those cheap little plastic bags. This was 50 cents also for this bag of, I have no idea what is in here. I saw this, so that's why I decided to go ahead for 50 cents. I thought that this was worth it. It's a cute little eyelet trim with blue ribbon running through it. And what have we got here? Some kind of a coin. I don't know. It's a religious coin. I'm not a religious person, and I don't do religious junk journals. So anytime that I find religious things like this, and I have a couple charms too, I'm putting them all in a bag, and I will, I don't know, rack them to somebody that I know does religious books. A 1 applique, some gold stickers, some buttons. Yeah, I guess they are buttons. They're silver. They don't look like they're really anything. No, they're like to cover buttons. Button covers, maybe? I'm not sure what the heck these are. Huh. These look like caps to something. I don't know what these are. And I don't know what I'll do with them. Those might end up getting trashed. These are old, some kind of buckle or something. Is it open? I don't know what that is. A felt tree. Some gold buttons. A cute little clock applique. Some white lace trim. That's pretty. So this was worth the 50 cents that I paid for this. Some kind of a elastic garter thing, I don't know. A plastic hangy thing. That can go on a 70s themed journal on the dangly thing. And we have those things. What's in here? Anything interesting? I don't know what that is. A pin. I don't know what that is. I don't know what any of this stuff is. I don't see anything interesting in here. This is a tip to a dart. And there is a light bulb. A Christmas light bulb. An upholstery pin. It's quite the variety of goodies in here. Absolutely nothing that I can use, so I'm going to keep this little container because that's cute and throw out the rest of it. So that was kind of a dud there, except for the trim and this little thing here. But that's okay. Sometimes you get that. That's the chance you take. And that's why I'll only pay like 50 cents for something like that. Here's another surprise package here. Let's see what's in this one. This was also 50 cents. So we have some red, whatever that's called, trim. And this is, now this is different than the other one, but it's also kind of got a bluish tint to it. I don't know if you can see the blue in it, but that's very vintage looking. I'm going to guess that it is old. This gold trim here. You can tell this is old because of the card that it's on. Oh, that's pretty. Quite a bit of that there. Some brown seam binding ribbon, some snaps, and a red and white trim. So that's not bad. So between those two bags of stuff, $1 for the good stuff that I can use is worth it. That's worth $1. Okay, so those were the surprises that I had. Now I'll stay with the rest of this trim here for now. This one is 3 yards for $1. There's one thrift store near me that has a fairly good sized craft section. I really hate when they do this though, staple these bags up like this. It's a fairly good sized craft section, and they do this with a lot of their trims and stuff. They'll bag them up. They measure them. They put it all nice and neat and make it look pretty. And this was $1. That's very pretty. And again, more blue for my blue book. I think I might do like blue and yellow, maybe, in that book. I'm not sure. I've just been thinking about it for a while. I do like a lot of blue things. Now this was 6 yards for $1.99. It's a little bit more than I usually pay for trim, but it was 6 yards, so I figured that that's kind of worth it. I don't know what that is. A piece of dirt or something. We'll have to clean that off. Oh. Well, see, that's not right. You stick that in there like that, and some of it's not even usable. I'll have to see what that is on there and see if I can clean it off. But it's pretty. It's kind of a burgundy color with the off-white trim lace. That's nice. And this is the same pattern. This is only 1.5 yards. That was 79 cents. And it's in the blue. Almost looks like somebody made it, but I'm not sure. So that's pretty too. Goes with my blue theme. But then I look at something like that and I think, well, blue and vintage blue as opposed to blue and like bright blue and yellow. I'm not sure. I'll have to see what direction that takes me in. This was 30 cents for 3 yards. So this was 1.5 yards and it was 79 cents. And this is 3 yards and it's 30 cents. I don't know who does the pricing at these places, but and that's pretty. You guys, I have so much trim. It's just not even funny. I don't need to buy any more. But when I see it for 30 cents, how do you pass that up? I mean, I'll use it at some point. Now, this is not old, but it was 79 cents. And it is that elastic type of stuff that they make the little babies' headbands out of. So, figured for 79 cents, why not? Then I picked up these bracelets. This one is really cool because it has all these different charms on it. It has, make sure that I'm in the frame here. It has like this little crystal thing. It's plastic, but that's all right. And these are, I think that they're metal. Some of these. There's a star, a little teardrop thing. There's a pink one, a pearl one. And it's on a chain. And then inside the chain is elastic. There's a cross. So if I cut this up, I can use both the chain and the all of these little charms. And this was like, I think they were selling these for like $1 or something. And then this one I also picked up. This has got some really cute beads on it. Those will be good on a little dangly thing. I kind of like this one. I almost wanted to wear it, but I think I'll cut it up instead. And then these I found, these were 40 cents. Obviously at that same thrift store. They had pretty good pricing at that thrift store. And it's got like a leaf, and I think maybe it's supposed to be a rose, and it's glass. They're really pretty. So I thought those would be good on a dangle. Then I got, let's see, these playing cards. This pack I picked up, I usually do not pay that much for playing cards. I usually will only pay 50 cents for a deck of cards, but they have turtles. You see that? So these will be given out to people who purchase from my Etsy shop. They will each get a couple of turtle cards. That's why I bought them. And then these I paid $2 for, but they are vintage. They scream 70s to me. I think I might have even had a deck of cards like this. I don't know. When I was younger, I collected playing cards. I still have some of them. I collected them from places that we went on vacations and stuff. And I had quite a collection. And then at some point, I think when my kids were little, they got into it and scattered some of the cards. And I think I ended up throwing some away. I didn't junk journal then. I wish that I had foreseen the future because I had quite a few of them, all different kinds. Okay, moving on. Fabric. This one I paid 50 cents for. I only got it because it was 50 cents. It's trees, which I think will go really good in a nature album or on some of my nature pages. And this one I thought was really cute. This is birds' nests. I thought that was really pretty. And then these were $1 each. There's quite a bit here. So these can either be used as a cover, a binding, I mean, all kinds of things. There's a ton of it here. And this really pretty pink and green shabby chic type of fabric. I love that. So those are my fabric finds. And this, let me get this off my desk. This I paid, what did I pay for this? $1, I think? Yep, $1 for this. And it's a thing full of blue yo-yos. It's a little dirty. I'm going to have to throw it in the wash and hope it survives. I think it will. It appears to be pretty well made. But this is, look at all of these yo-yos. Isn't that cool? It's pretty good size. So, maybe for $1, I don't know how to make these things. I know they're easy to make. I don't know how to make them, and my mother, who does know how to make them, doesn't have the time to make yo-yos for me, so there I go. Okay. Now I have a bunch of books and things and papers. Let me show you this. Well, let me show you this one first. This is a little, it says For My Secret Pal. Just one of those little friendship books that you send somebody, but look at the pictures in here. Very Victorian. I love it. And even the sayings I can use. Look at this. This is like perfect. And they're, I hope I'm in frame. They're the perfect size for a junk journal. Little journaling cards. I love that. I think I paid like 50 cents for it or something. I don't know. But I like it. And let me see. I guess I'll get rid of these books off my desk. This one I picked up. This is a Gregg shorthand dictionary. I took shorthand when I was in high school, and I used it when I was in college. In my lectures, I took notes using shorthand. Now the spine or the book itself is kind of falling apart. It's just loose, like, because I think the paper is weakening. So I might, like, at some point use this as a cover, journal cover. It's a kind of a soft cover, which I like that. Let me see if there's a date in it. First copyright is 1901. This does have a 1948 printing. There's a 1930 copyright. I think that Gregg came up with shorthand like in 1901, and then the books are from 1930 and the reprint of 1948, I believe. It says it's an anniversary edition. So it's actually a dictionary. It has the words and the shorthand script for it. And I have another shorthand book, a shorthand textbook. I haven't seen a dictionary. I never saw a dictionary before, so I thought that this was really cool. Shorthand is just something that's kind of near and dear to my heart. So I like that. Okay. This paper, it is 110-pound cardstock. It's just plain white. Obviously, it's nothing old, but I don't have any white cardstock. So now I do. I needed that. And this one is a statistics pad. It's 6 columns, but look at the color. I don't know if it's coming through on the camera well. It's almost an aqua color. It's bluish green. It's really pretty. So that's why I picked that up, because I have a lot of ledger paper already, but that's a different color, so I like that. It says the first statistic pad for prolonged viewing under modern lighting. Interesting. And this one I picked up just because it's graph paper, just to have some graph paper. I think I have plenty, but again, it's one of those things when you see it and it's 50 cents, you pick it up. Okay, so now I have some more books. This one is a Mary Engelbreit 2006 desk calendar, and it has the cutest images in it. I don't know if you're seeing this whole thing. Can you see the whole thing here? Yeah, I think so. It's just got really cute images, and I can cut these boxes out to make journal boxes. I can use the pages, and then the back even has just plain notes pages. So this will be very useful. It will be cut up and used a lot, I think. I have this new little mommy little golden book, and it is renewed 1995. It's not old, but it is in brand new condition. I don't think that it's been used at all. I don't think it was ever even read. So I'm accumulating a lot of little golden books, and I think I'm going to put some in my Etsy shop, because I will never get to making journals for all of them. I make journals very, very slowly. This is another little book. It's Springs of Indian Wisdom. And it's just little, it's on a spiral binder, so I can just tear these things out. And they're just little sayings that I just thought that would be cute to just stick in pockets. This is a book of postcards, Monet's Gardens. I have another book of Monet's Gardens, and I can't tell. I'm sorry, I cannot see the whole of my camera because of the clip that it's in, so I can't really tell if I'm in frame or not. I think I am. So if I go out of frame, please excuse me. So this is just postcards from Monet's Gardens. Evidently Monet had quite inspiration for a lot of his paintings from. And I think they might be open to the public. I'm going to guess that they are being maintained and they are open. And that's probably where this came from. So I thought that that was really pretty. This, whoops, just ripped something. This one, it's some type of a historical souvenir book or something. You know how they make those recipe books for fundraisers and stuff, or they used to. I don't know if they do that anymore. But this, I think that that's what this type of thing was. It was made by the Kinston Arts Council in its early homes of Lenore County. And it was a calendar, and it's dated 1969. And it has these very cool pictures, I'm guessing, of all the old homes in that county, which is in North Carolina, by the way. And so these would make really great journal pages. I thought it was very cool. The calendar itself is cool, and the pictures are cool. So I snatched that up. It was probably 50 cents again. I like to find things like that. Then I have some books to cut up. This is a Reader's Digest North American Wildlife, which I might already have this book. I'm not sure. I hope not. But it is, you know, it's just a regular book. It's got, look at all the botanical pictures. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have so much fun cutting this thing up. It's got, oh, I needed some bee pictures. Well, I'm done with that project now. It's got, obviously, bees, butterflies. There's fish. There's frogs. I'm sure there's turtles in here somewhere. A newspaper article about the difference between a coral snake and a king snake. Very important to know the difference between those two snakes, especially where we live. There's my turtles. Lots of turtle pictures. I like that. And birds. Lots and lots of birds. So this will be a good one to cut into. And it's got a chipmunk on the cover. This is in really, really good shape because it had the jacket cover on it and it was probably never used. Somebody dated it 1982 there. And it is copyright 1982. Very nice book. I'm going to just start putting these on the floor. I'm running out of room over here next to me to pile this stuff up. This is the marvelous album of Madame B, being the handiwork of a Victorian lady of considerable talent. And I haven't read the whole thing, but from what I can gather, this is a book that they put together from photographs from a scrapbook that someone in the Victorian age put together. And what she did was she took photographs and she painted around them. These are the photographs that were in the book, and she painted around it. She was a very, very talented woman. They don't know who she was, but they've put together this book with pages from the scrapbook. And I'm going to read this before I cut into it because I'm very interested in old scrapbooks. And this was this woman's scrapbook. Is this cool? Look at that. And all this work around the pictures is her artwork. I just think that this is just the coolest book. So once I'm done reading it and looking through it, I will cut it up. I don't have a problem doing that once I've read it. That's just absolutely gorgeous. Just gorgeous. So I liked that one. This one is a view from a sketchbook, Nature Through the Eyes of Marjolaine Baston with Tova Martin. And I'm going to guess that she was an artist, is or was, I'm not sure. And look at how beautiful her artwork is. It is absolutely gorgeous. I think I keep saying that, but it is. And it has some of her journaling too. Evidently she had an art journal. All right, it says she is one of Hallmark's top 3 artists. So she did greeting cards, notebooks, and journals, as well as birdhouses, wallpaper, and furnishings. Her popularity in Europe continues to grow. There she writes a monthly column for the Dutch women's magazine Label, in addition to children's books, calendars, and journals. I'll have to look her up and see if she is still around. So I don't think that I can, excuse me, I'm sure that I cannot copy this and sell it, but I certainly will use it for my journals. It's just, they're just gorgeous. Excuse me, I have a dry throat and I have nothing to drink in here. Children's Illustrated Dictionary. A little bit different than other children's dictionaries that I've seen. Again, I get these things and I hate to cut them up because I feel like my grandkids could use them or look through them maybe I can teach them how to use a dictionary. I don't think they use dictionaries anymore. But it's got a lot of really good graphics in it. So that's what I really picked it up for. I have to keep telling myself, Mary, you're spending money on this stuff to cut it up and use, so do that. I'll try. Then this book is another art book, and this is Monet. And Monet is one of my favorite artists, so I was really happy to get this. This is about him and his paintings, and it tells a little bit about them. And here's where, I don't know if that's in frame, the garden at Vernie. That's what those postcards were. I don't know if I got this and those at the same estate sale or not. I'm not sure. But there's lots of good stuff in here. Then, let me see. I have to find a spot to throw these on the floor. Hold on. I'm going to get stuck in here and not be able to get out. Everything's piling up. Okay, this one. Oh, you know what? This 701, some of this trim and stuff that I had gotten, that I opened up earlier, they were actually from an antique store. This person at this antique store had, and I think it was like the owner's wife, or maybe she's part owner, obviously, or something. But she has a whole room full of crafting stuff. Oh my goodness. I could have spent so much time and money in there. I had to really pull myself back, but I will go back again and spend a little bit more money. And I bought this. I spent more than I normally would on something like this. This is not old, it's not vintage, but it is Little Women paper dolls. I've been wanting paper dolls. I've been having a hard time finding any in the thrift stores. They're not out there. I don't know where people get them. But I just thought that I would pick this one up because it is Little Women, and I like Little Women. And I might even do some kind of a Little Women Louisa May Alcott journal at some point and put these in it. And because it's not old, I don't have any problem cutting this up and cutting all the dresses out and everything. And there's Meg and Amy. And it's cute. And there's Beth and Joe. And a little story that might be of interest. My mother's name is Beth, Elizabeth. Her younger sister's name is Joe. And their other sister's name was Meg. And they were named after the Little Women dolls. So that's why I kind of have a soft spot for Little Women. My mother and I read Little Women together when I was a kid. I've read it a couple times. And obviously my grandmother loved Little Women. So it's kind of a special thing to me. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up making a journal. Okay, I still have more to go. Told you this was a big haul. And I just did a haul video not too long ago. This was from that same antique store. This whole bag of postcards for $3. Now, the pictures themselves, postcards themselves, aren't... some of them are interesting. I love that one. But what I did find interesting was reading the backs of them. They're old. They were all sent from different countries. Well, not that one. Not that one. But most of them were sent from different countries. So they have a variety of different stamps on them. And these were sent from a family's children to their mother. Or their parents. And sometimes just the mother. And they seem to have traveled extensively around the world. And they're all from the 60s. Some were from the 50s. Some were from the 60s. This one's from the 80s. And it's just like a kind of a gold mine. You can make up a little story about this family. Look at those stamps. So I just thought for $3 this was a pretty good find. And in here there's a couple of these things. These are handmade postcards. and it's some kind of railroad. This person evidently was a railroad buff, and he's got it named on here, but I don't exactly know. There's somebody's name and address in Palmetto, Florida, but I don't really know what all the rest of that means. But there's a couple of these in there, so I thought that that was kind of cool, just to find somebody's handmade art. Yeah, I don't know, exactly how I will use all of these, but there's a lot of them here, and there's a variety of countries and stamps, and some of the messages are interesting. One of the son went, I'm guessing he was in the military and was overseas in the military. And then there were a couple of daughters, and they seemed to travel, and I don't know. It's interesting. Okay, now I have note cards and a variety of things here. This is Post a Note, and they are postcards, and they're different little, that says what's cooking, time for a note, a little light on the subject. They're just cute. They're cute little cards. Hello. So this was part of the estate sale where I asked her if I could have those couple of bags of trim from the one box. These were in the other box, and so were these. It says Urban Spice Notes, and they are little note cards. They're just blank note cards, and I guess it tells about the herb and the spice that is on the front of the card. So there's poppy and dill and mint and caper. And they have these pretty green envelopes. And the folder itself, I can use that. I like that. And this was in that pile. I just thought that was pretty. And these, pretty. Got a bunch of those. And this little pile of, and there's some envelopes and these little blank cards. And I liked this one. Look at that kitty. And that one has, I guess it's a thank you card. And the envelopes. Then this little notepad. I thought those were pretty. And then this one is got berries on it. Thought that was pretty. This is a 2004-2005 calendar here. And the envelopes are just plain. But, you can never have enough envelopes in junk journaling. And the folder's cute. And then this one is a Hobbie stationery set. It's never been opened. And you can see it's got Hobbie across the top with the little patchwork logo. It's got blue envelopes. It has a heart doily. It's from American Greetings. So, might even be a folder. I think it is a folder. Should I open it? Let's open it. Oh, that's yellowed. It is a folder. That's cute. It doesn't work very well. And this I picked up. I don't know if all of these cards are what it says on the front of the box. Yeah, I think so. I don't think they're all there. It's supposed to be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 in the envelopes. The envelopes are a good size. And then this one, I don't think it is what it says on the box either. But, sorry, just clearing things away there. I don't think it's everything that it says on the box, but there are some. So these are cards, supposed to be Victorian era, but they look like maybe Victorian countryside. So they're pretty. And I don't know what's on the other side here. I don't know what we've got here. Let me see. Oh, that's pretty. It's from current, so it's not really old, but it sure is pretty. I have to tell you you're a year older. Consider it my present that I don't have to tell anyone else either. Huh. Oh boy. Get well card. Okay, those can go somewhere else. That's pretty. Oh, here's the envelopes. Those are pretty. Oh, look at that. You see that? And that's cute. There's some more of those. And the envelopes. So yeah, it's what's in there. And then a few other miscellaneous ones. So those are cute. And this is, it shows all the different cards. Okay. And then I'm still not done. We're almost done. These rubber stamps, very cool. They're all educational, like nature type of things. This is a panda. We have this that says, keep our air clean, swim free. I don't know, I hope you can see these. And they've never been used, so they're brand new. These are little penguins. This one says, respect our wildlife. So there's all of these. There's a panther, some trees, preserve our forests, make every day Earth Day, a recycle logo, a clean water. So I thought that that was a pretty good deal for $1.20. And this is the last of the estate sale stuff and thrift store stuff, but don't go away yet because I want to show you what I got at the Dollar Tree and Tuesday Morning also. This is a box of flashcards. There's 324 cards in here. This is not vintage, but they're very cool cards. There's different subjects. There's animals, plants, and space, bugs, reptiles, and spiders, U.S. presidents, U.S. states, and birds. And these cards are so much fun. Let's see if I can pull a couple out here. Look at how bright and colorful these are. So they have this bright picture on the front, and then on the back it gives facts about the different animals or whatever the subject is. There's, like I said, all these different subjects, and these are going to be really fun to go through. There's that old coral snake again. Nope, that's the king snake. See why you have to know the difference between the king snake and the coral snake? Ooh, spiders and all kinds of interesting things. So that'll be fun, and I think my grandkids will have fun going through those and playing with those too. Okay, so that's my thrift store and estate sale hauls. Now, just real quick, I just got a couple of things here at the Dollar Tree just in case you're going, you might want to see if you can find these. I just picked up a tacky glue because I get a bottle every time I go. But I found these stickers, and they had different ones, and these are really cool. These are like perfume bottles. And these line of stickers, they're like, well, these they call foil, but these are metallic. And they're not really metal, they're just like plastic, but they look so cool. So those are perfume bottles. And these are just like old bottles, I guess. And I don't know what they say on them. Fresh, they say fresh. Okay. And then this I thought was pretty cool. Doesn't make great embellishments. Look at that zipper with the gears on it. I thought that those were cool. So for $1, you cannot go wrong with stuff like that. Alright, and then I do have a Tuesday morning haul also. I figured I would just throw it in here while I'm throwing stuff out there. And for my blue and yellow journal that I'm going to make, I have a pack of blue and yellow paper. And it is gorgeous. Look at that. How pretty. See, won't the blue and yellow make a really pretty journal? Look at that. So I am like really anxious to get started on that one. I have so many that I want to do. Look at that. So pretty. And also at Tuesday morning, I go into Tuesday morning thinking I'm not going to spend any money because I figure they don't have anything different. But I went to a different store this time and they had different stuff, which I know different stores have different stuff. This is a 6x6 Bow Bunny pad. I love Bow Bunny, and I love the style and these colors. Look at the peach, are so pretty, and it's all vintage looking paper. Like that. Postcards and letters. And then this, I thought these were kind of cool. They are from Amy Tangerine, and they're called Brainstorm Bits. They're adhesive pockets. And I'll show you what they are, if I can get them out. They are like plastic, I guess, but they're pocket, and they have adhesive on them. And they have different, isn't that cute? Different styles. It says, aren't you lovely? And there are, I think, 8 of them. Yeah, 8 of them in here for $2.19. So I thought that was something a little bit different, and I thought the price was pretty good on that one. And then because I love Bow Bunny, I picked up this pack of die cuts, and this is their, what collection is this? I saw it on here somewhere. Sweet Moments Noteworthy. And it's all their die cuts. It's their like chocolate and sweets collection. I don't have the paper or anything, but I love the die cuts. And then this one is also a Bow Bunny die cut collection. Look at the bicycles. And this one is called Petal Lane. So that's pretty, and that's got those peach colors in it that I like. So I guess I'm going to be doing a peach journal also. And then this one is Bow Bunny's Enchanted Garden. And it's got like little fairies, and there's a gnome, and there's a bird bath and some nature type stuff in there. It's fairy crossing. Ooh, my voice just went fluky. And then this is Bow Bunny envelopes. And there's 6 of them in here. And I really like these. they have the holes in them, I guess, to go into a planner. And there's 3 different designs. One of them has a note on the back and one of them doesn't. There's this one. This one is really pretty. I only got one of these, but I got an extra one of these. So I think there were supposed to be 2 of these, not 3 of these, but that's okay. I like them both. So I'm going to definitely use one of those in my binder journal that I'm going to make, that I've told you about. And I do believe that that is it. Oh, I got these seeds at one of the thrift stores or estate sales or something. I don't know why. I have other flower seeds that I've never planted, but I just threw them in there. Okay, so that's it. That is my haul for this week. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too long. And yeah, I'm going to have fun playing with all this stuff. I'm going to have even more fun putting it all away. Okay, so until next time, see ya, bye. Oh wait, don't forget to like my video and comment down below and visit my Etsy shop, the Paper Turtle Shop. Thanks, bye.